Dear students, let us start a new topic today, and the name of the topic is electric motor. So before going to that, let me recapitulate what we have done in the last lesson. We have studied in the last lesson that whenever a current carrying conductor is placed in a uniform magnetic field, it will experience a force. That was our topic, and the force is a vector quantity. It must have the direction, and to find that direction we used Fleming's left-hand rule. Okay, that was the last topic. So today's is electric motor. So let us begin with its definition. Okay, what is an electric motor? Electric motor is a device which convert electrical energy into mechanical energy. Electric motor भनेको एउटा डिभाइस हो, यन्त्र हो, जसले चाहिँ इलेक्ट्रिकल एनर्जीलाई के गर्छ, मेकानिकल एनर्जीमा कन्भर्ट गर्छ. Okay, so example, let us say if we have a fan. कुनै पनि कसैको पनि घरमा फ्यान हुन्छ. If you have a fan, जब हामी फ्यानलाई switch on गर्छ, what happens is the current will start flowing through that fan, and whenever the current flows, the electric motor start rotating, isn't it? It means that electrical energy is now converted into mechanical energy so that the fan rotates. Okay, जब इलेक्ट्रिकल एनर्जी हामीले पास गर्छौं इलेक्ट्रिसिटी केमा फ्यानमा, त्यो फ्यान के हुन्छ, घुम्न थाल्छ. घुम्नुको मतलब के भयो, इलेक्ट्रिकल एनर्जीमा केमा कन्भर्ट गर्दैछ, मेकानिकल एनर्जी. त्यसलाई नै हामी के भन्छ, इलेक्ट्रिक मोटर. Okay, so today's topic is electric motor. So now let us begin with the principle. What is the principle on which this electric motor works? Okay, principle के हो. So number one is the principle here. Principle. What is the principle? So principle, just write, it works on the principle that whenever a current carrying conductor is placed in a uniform magnetic field, it experiences a force which gives rotational motion. Okay, in more proper way, the more proper principle would be whenever a current carrying coil is placed in a uniform magnetic field, it experiences a rotational motion. के रे, जब current carrying conductor coil, कस्तो खालको कोइल, current carrying conductor को कोइल लाई चाहिँ uniform magnetic field मा लगाइदियो भने यसले के एक्सपिरियन्स गर्छ, rotational motion. That is the principle. Okay, again lastly I will say, when a current carrying coil is placed in a uniform magnetic field, it experiences a rotational motion. Okay, so that is the principle. In fact, rotational motion in physics is called torque. Okay, if you want to write torque, you can also write rotational motion को बदलीमा torque लेख्दा पनि हुन्छ. Okay, TORQUE. TORQUE. In fact, this rotational motion is called torque in physics. So we studied the principle. So now, what are the parts? Okay, parts or construction. Okay, how are this electric motor constructed? What are the parts of this electric motor? Number one part is that if you see here this North Pole and South Pole, so we can say there are magnetic poles. Number one point, there are magnetic poles. What are there? Magnetic poles. Okay. Also, I will give the complete notes on this electric motor. I will share it with you all. Just go and find the link in the description box. Okay. So, magnetic poles. So, magnetic poles, what are they? One is North Pole, other one is South Pole. Okay, what does this magnetic poles do? Your magnetic poles le ke garcha? Provides uniform magnetic field. Uniform magnetic field. Okay, uniform magnetic field. So, these magnetic poles gives the uniform magnetic field, and sometime it is also we also use the radial magnetic field, okay, but we don't write radial one, we just write a uniform magnetic field. कोही बेला के पनि हुन्छ रेडियल पनि गर्छ तर हामी रेडियल लेख्दैन अहिले, ओके. सो यसले के गरे युनिफर्म. यो म्याग्नेट कस्तो खालको युज गर्न सक्छ? द म्याग्नेट कुड बी पर्मानेन्ट म्याग्नेट, okay, or electromagnet, very important, okay. So magnetic poles हामी के use गर्न सक्छ? We can use permanent magnet as well as electromagnet. In our case we have used a permanent magnet, okay. So the new term has come here. What are electromagnets? The topic electromagnet we are going to study later on in the same chapter. Number 2 part. Number 1 भयो. Number 2 part मा के हुँदो रहेछ? A rectangular coil. Rectangular insulated copper wire, okay. Rectangular, okay, insulated copper wire, just rectangular insulated, okay. Let me write rectangular insulated copper wire. So you use a coil which is in the form of rectangle or rectangular insulated copper wire. If you see here, what is the copper wire here? It is A, B, C, D. So here I will write rectangular insulated copper wire, or we can write rectangular insulated coil of copper wire, okay. So हामीले के use गर्यो? Rectangular coil. कस्तो खालको? Rectangular insulated coil of copper wire, okay. So what are insulated? Insulated means like this. If you see here, this is a wire and you can see some brown color here, and this is this brown color is actually a insulating coating, okay. It is a plastic material which is coated around this wire. So this is how the wire look like in which is used in electric motor. यस्तो खालको वायर के हुन्छ इलेक्ट्रिक मोटरमा युज गरेको हुन्छ. यो के रे? कपर वायर छ भित्र त्यसको बाहिरबाट के गरेको छ? प्लास्टिक कोटिङ गरेको छ. So that is my insulated, okay. So insulated coil of copper wire is used. कस्तो फर्ममा? rectangular, okay. And it is not always in the form of rectangle. यो जहिले पनि rectangle मै हुनुपर्छ भन्ने छैन. For simplicity I am saying it rectangle. So what is the coil here? The coil is ABCD, okay. So ABCD is a rectangular coil of insulated copper wire, okay. So these are done. अब यो के गरेको हुन्छ? नम्बर 2 भयो. नम्बर 3 मा के हुन्छ? एउटा एक्सल भन्ने हुन्छ, ओके. एक्सल के हुन्छ? सुन्नु भएको? गाडीको एक्सल, ओके. सो यो एक्सल के हुन्छ भन्दाखेरि this axle is mounted. Your axle के हुन्छ? Okay, I will give it in more detail with the help of example. You get a rectangular coil which is connected with this axle, okay. यो जुन चाहिँ लामो छ like this, which is called the axle. Can you see it here? This is the axle, okay. Whenever you draw this diagram, make a line like this and write here axle, okay. Label गर्नुपर्छ यसलाई, okay. Please label it. Just like this and write axle, okay. This one is an axle. What does this axle do? Okay, it gives mechanical support to the insulated copper wire. Just write, it gives mechanical support to the insulated copper wire, okay. यो copper wire कहाँनिर राख्ने? कसरी राख्ने भन्दाखेरि त्यो राख्नुको लागि कसले सपोर्ट गर्छ? यो एक्सेल ले सपोर्ट गर्छ, ओके. यसको मतलब यो एक्सेल मा यसरी के कनेक्ट गरेको हुन्छ? रेक्टेंगुलर कोइल. यो रेक्टेंगुलर कोइल हो भने like this. This rectangular coil is mechanically supported with this axle in this form, okay. And this axle is free to rotate. This axle is free to rotate. So axle ले के गर्यो? It gives mechanical support to the rectangular coil. And this axle is free to rotate. यो axle के हुन्छ? मानिलेऊ example, if this is my rectangular coil and this is axle. Now I mount it here, okay. This is rectangular coil and this rectangular coil is mechanically supported by this one, and it can be rotated freely like this. Okay, it should be like this. Whenever I do, it can be rotated like this very freely. Your axle, your wire, it is done like this, connected. This coil is mechanically connected with the axle, and this axle is free to rotate like this. Okay, so this is done. What is axle? It gives the mechanical support to the rectangular coil, and which is free to rotate. So axle is done. This one is the axle. Number 3 is the split rings. Okay, this is number 5. The split ring. Okay, it is a C-shaped metal ring which is used to reverse the direction of current. Okay, or यसलाई अर्को नाम पनि भन्छ commutator पनि भन्छ. Okay, this is also called the commutator. So what is a split ring? A split ring is a C-shaped metal ring. यो के हो? C जस्तो shape भएको metal ring हो, which is used to reverse the direction of current. जसले चाहिँ के गर्छ? Direction of current लाई reverse गर्छ. यदि यो current यता आउँदैछ भने अर्को पालीमा यसले उता दिन्छ. Okay, यता आउँदै गरेको current लाई यसले उता पठाइदिन्छ. That is my split ring. So यसलाई यो split ring लाई के गर्छ? Reverse the current. It reverses the direction of current. So therefore this split ring can also be named as commutator. So what is a split ring? It is a C-shaped metallic ring. For an example, if this is my axle and this is my C-shaped metallic ring, which is called split ring. It is like this, mounted on this like this. How many? 1 and 2 like this. Is it the C? Like this. Okay, so C-shaped metallic ring which is used to reverse the direction of current, which is also called commutator. अब यो C-shaped metal ring जसलाई हामीले के भन्यो? Split ring भन्यो. त्यो कहाँनिर लगाएको हुन्छ? Where is this split ring present in the electric motor? So this split ring is attached with the axle. Please see here. If you see, this one is my axle, and if you see this one, okay, red one like this, these two are the split ring. And now you also make a line from this and just write here split ring. Okay, just label this diagram. Also I will give this label diagram in the description box. Just go there and find the notes. So split ring. Now what does this split ring do? This split ring is attached to the axis. Sorry, it is attached to the axle. यो split ring को सँग axle उयो गरेको हुन्छ, attach भएको हुन्छ axle सँग like this. Okay, so if it is a split ring, now it is attached like this, so that this axle can freely rotate like this. Okay, now here what is a split ring? C-shaped metallic ring which is used to reverse the direction of current, and this split ring is freely connected with the axle. Okay, you split ring ko सँग connect भएको हुन्छ axle. And how many split rings are there? There are 2. Okay, one side is here and other side is here. One side is this one, other side is this one. Okay, so there are 2 split rings. How many split rings are there? 2. Okay, 2 split rings are there. Okay, now another part is brushes. So number 5 part is it is called the brushes or carbon brushes. Okay, these are carbon brushes. There are 2 carbon brushes. So if you see here, there are 2 black dots, brush like thing. Okay, this black and black, black and black, this and this. So these are my carbon brushes. Okay, what are these carbon brushes? So these carbon brushes are connected with the split ring. What does it do is, it is like this. Okay, this is the axle, this is the split ring, and this is the brush. This. Okay, let me write. this one is the brush. Okay, so this is the axle, this is the split ring, and this is the brush. Now what does this brush do is, with this brush we can apply the current. Very easy. So this brushes are called carbon brushes, and this carbon brushes is attached with the split ring, so that a current to the coil can be supplied. यो ब्रसेस कोसँग कनेक्ट भएको हुन्छ, स्प्लिट रिङ सँग कनेक्ट भएको हुन्छ, जहाँदेखि चाहिँ हामी के सप्लाई गर्न सक्छ, करेन्ट सप्लाई गर्न सक्छ, केमा, यो कोइलमा. Okay, so this is carbon brush. Now lastly we are going to have this source. Okay, power source. Power source के हुनु पर्यो, लास्टमा पावर सोर्स हुनु पर्यो. Because what is electric motor? Electric motor is a device which converts mechanical energy into electrical energy. भनेपछि हाम्रोमा के हुनु पर्यो, we must have the electrical source. What should we have? We should have the power source, so that we can give the electricity and convert electrical energy into mechanical energy. So the last is my power source, which is this one. So this power source could be a DC current or AC. This could be alternating as well as the direct current. So it can be used from the battery also. We can also use the battery to give the supply. Okay, what is AC? AC is the alternating current which we get in the daily life. For an example, whenever we want to rotate the machine, whenever we want to rotate the fan, we do not use battery. Okay, we use alternating current, and sometime we use battery to rotate the fan. So we can use the power source as direct current as well as the alternating source of alternating current from anywhere. So these are the basic principle and the parts of the electric motor. Now in the next lesson we are going to study the working. How does this electric motor work? Okay, whenever we supply current, then how does this rotate? जब हामीले current supply गर्छ त्यति बेला यो कसरी rotate हुन्छ, that is our next topic. Thank you.